It's a bicycle phone. That's how you do it. You gotta like. Hey.
That sounds wrong.
Alright. Welcome to the Father from the Point
Are we
podcast.
starting? You never tell us we started lah.
I haven't done that gig in a while.
I
this
want to
is
be a
episode.
new name. Okay, I have
a new
my
name?
Yeah, I always change my name every episode.
Alright. I'm your host. I'm your co-host Fariz, and this is my co-host.
Rafflesia. Not like the flower plant, but like that guy behind me, but female name.
Raffle.
Sia.
Yes.
Rafflesia.
How do you yassify Raffles?
Raffala. I didn't.
Thank you for listening to the Father from the Point podcast. Yeah.
Raffala from the point. I like it.
No.
Why?
Raffala from the Point.
Raffala.
think that's
Do
the
it
ninja
with
turtle.
me. Put your freaking coffee down. Two hands.
Yes, and then with the coffee.
Okay, with my tea. Raffala podcast.
This is episode I forget.
Hey,
And,
baby, I know.
What is it?
16.
Nice.
Because 16 is my birthday, but it's not this month.
Always stealing the spotlight.
No, he stole the spotlight. He stole the
Fuck,
country.
he's in the frame.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, one thing that we really like is that at first when the camera was placed and stuff, I was telling him that it does look like green screen, but I can promise you that it's not, and the grass is poking my ass.
I thought you were going to say the grass is green.
Who the hell cares about that? My ass is itchy. But yeah.
Don't sit on the... Yeah, we're sitting on the grass patch in front of the Victoria concert hall.
Can you put when the video comes up, is it do we need to do it reverse or normal?
What?
Like when the video comes out, I want to
Yes.
do VC like Victoria concert, but then
Oh, no,
like which direction
what
do
you
we
see on
do?
the screen is what you get.
Oh, so it's you are
Like this.
oh. Oh yeah, correct.
It's almost like our picture at Bali. You do like I do the thing, the heart, and yeah.
Is it? No, but yeah. Carry on. I just wanted to
What
do
we
a
doing?
VC. You were just talking about we're in front of Victoria concert hall.
Oh. Yeah. We came here because a couple of days ago
You wanted
there
to
was
come
a
here.
thing in there, and his name rhymed with T-Rex, and there was a skeleton
You
here.
could have said the name. They named the T-Rex.
I don't believe in the name because he did not name himself
I know,
or herself,
but the thing is, they.
themselves.
Yeah, but as in, my problem is not that. I just find that the name that they gave T-Rex for the one that was inside wasn't quite fitting. It's spelled S-H-E-N, so be it like Shen or Shen,
Yeah.
doesn't sound like a
That's
T-Rex
why
name.
I don't agree in the name. Number one, he didn't name himself or herself. They didn't name themselves. Pronouns. Don't. We're not sponsored. We're not sponsored.
How's your coffee?
It's good though. We're not sponsored by the T-Rex though. Fucking hell.
Yeah, so tell them why you wanted to come here.
That was a T-Rex.
I mean, you have to say what it's not an actual dinosaur, it's a skeleton.
No, there is a T-Rex in there somewhere.
Was.
Shut up. He's still in there. I know.
Okay.
And I wanted to see it. Apparently there was a T-Rex fossil that was in there. And I guess it's on the way somewhere for some rich asshole to buy and own, because that's a thing you can do.
I don't know if it's own or if it's, when I read,
it's
it did say
it's
Hong
going-
Kong.
No, it's going to somebody's private collection. Like, it's going to be sold at the Hong Kong place.
I didn't know it's private collection. But long
Yeah.
story short, because this guy doesn't want to admit it, so what happened is this I was going to call you, I didn't, but I was going to say trash panda for some reason. But basically this trash panda is
This
fitting.
trash panda bought your sponsored tea,
Thank you.
bitch.
I thought we agreed, if anything you call me wench only, right, on the channel.
Sometimes it has to be a little bit heavy.
So this asshole decided to like, hey, he wanted to go in to see the actual like T-Rex skeleton. Like it was full, right?
It's a
It's not like
full-
a part or anything.
Ding dong.
I like our background, our paid background,
We have a lot of
paid actors.
like last episode, the Dharma
The
episode, we
ambulance.
started off with like a bunch of sirens. Now we have a ding dong in the background.
Is it?
So
Because
many, I
it's
think. I mean,
it's 30.
it rings every half hour.
Okay. So you can hear
So
it
in a
another
half
time.
hour, we should know
Wrap
that we're
up the
ending.
episode.
Yeah, time to shut up and nut up.
Yeah, so this guy wanted to like come here so that he can see, of course, like the full T-Rex skeleton and take pictures of it and stuff. So we met up at Raffles MRT, and the thing was, it didn't occur to me to ask, but this ain't the first time it's happening. But once we reached, like when I met you at Raffles, the first thing I asked, hey, did you check? I asked a dumb question. I checked, hey, do you even see whether like Victoria Hall, right?
Theater and concert hall.
Yeah, if it's still open, because we gotta check the opening hours and stuff. And he's like, no, I used to work here and some shit. And I'm like, bro, but that's
Which I
before.
did.
But yeah, you've mentioned that. I think.
Not on the podcast.
Yeah, you have.
Haven't?
I think so.
Well, I mention it again.
I mean, you should. It's a fun place to work at, I'm sure.
It's fun. I did shows. What show did I work here for? I did.
You talked about it. What?
I was Lakach.
Yeah.
The memory that I had to like make me remember was literally like in the back over there, way over there. There's actually like there's like a side entrance to the actual like.
Oh, backstage, secret entry, crew entry.
It's not really a secret because it's open to public. You can walk down, and there's actually a place for people to like unload the props and stuff on inside.
Okay.
And I remember because the day I reported here for the first time, I went through that entrance, and there was a literal giant like it was a prop set. It was set. It was like a gigantic bird cage that was there.
You got dogs.
And that was the sweet. Welcome to the Farther from Dog podcast. Oh, it's in the middle. It's in the middle.
There's one more. There's two of them.
Nice.
Yeah, you were saying.
But yeah, there was a bird cage, and because when I worked the show,
For birds or for humans?
people, it was a go-go dance. It was a go-go like dance cage,
Okay.
and because at the first day I didn't know anything about the couch. I was just there like for work, and I didn't know anything about the show. So when I was like, I didn't know it was called La Cage. I thought it was La Cage, because I didn't know the full name of the show was La Cage au Fall, which is French, I believe.
For?
The Cage of Fools, actually.
Oh, you actually know. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cultured, wench.
So you're calling them wench.
Wench.
Yeah, okay.
But I legitimately thought it was La Cage, and I thought it was a show about cages.
And eventually you
Little did I
realize-
know there were homosexual dances happening, which was great. It was a fun show to work with.
And so, because this cocky guy, has worked here before
Speaking of
and
fools,
stuff, yeah, he just said that it's bound to be open until like late and shit. So I was
which
like,
it is.
hear me out, and I was like, dude, everything's
No one
bound
else
to
is here.
open like
Except her.
really late pre-COVID.
What she's doing.
After COVID or since COVID, there are places that no longer exist anymore, places that don't operate like they used to, places that used to be 24 hours and now it's like closes at 9 or something. So you gotta check. But so wonderfully, when we reached this place, we did enter, and this guy was like, I'm gonna see a T-Rex, and started to like go in. And what did he see?
So a big white wall.
Why did you see a white wall?
I don't like this behavior.
Why did you see a white wall? Leaves the whole podcast. It was because
Because the T-Rex built a Fortnite wall, and he wanted to construct a tower to run away from me.
Okay, no, but it's because they already moved, or they're going to move the entire skeleton of the T-Rex. And the thing is that apparently it was only up
No.
for like 3 days. When I just had to Google when I'm there, 3 days, and he missed it by like only 2 days. So this guy, at least you got the timing part right.
Wait, no. Okay.
Yeah, you missed it by 2 days. And the thing is that the good news is you can be cocky because you were right, the place was open, but you didn't check whether your dinosaur was still there. But now if you want to go and see it, you can go to Hong Kong.
I sent him an email. I sent them an email.
Dinosaurs didn't exist during email time. You should have sent a fax or
The
pigeon.
arms are like too small.
Yeah, they can't do that. And maybe that's why they
They're
need the
always
nails.
doing this.
What do you
How
call
about
it?
how about the
extensions.
thing that's like, I think they discovered, not discovered, there's like a new thing, a new theory with like T-Rexes I believe it was this year or like late last year.
I think is it the whole
Um,
like physics of it and stuff, how it could have
they're
actually
saying
been.
that like it doesn't make sense for a giant a giant lizard like that to have like tiny arms. So apparently a lot of like paleontologists are thinking maybe this whole time like on the skeleton like the arms were backwards, and maybe it was actually like more akin to like bird wings.
That's why anyway they say about a lot of dinosaurs that most of them are not covered by
Yeah.
like scales but feathers and stuff.
I mean
like that.
that's the very controversial new professional opinion that
But you know
there
what?
were never scales.
I think definitely it will just take them a while more to prove it, because clearly with them being like technology being so advanced, and you can even remember see inside a black hole and things like that. I'm pretty sure you can find out what was outer space and stuff. This whatever it was, T-Rex still ruled and walked this planet that we're in. Eventually, I'm pretty sure they're going to find something.
Yeah, but my favorite part about it is like there is this there is the professional opinion side.
And
that
then
is
there's
like
Reddit.
it's not even Reddit, it's just everyone else.
Oh.
It's like there's the professional like they're actual like research paleontologists and stuff, and they're like you know what, science, like we don't know 100% of it. You know, like physics, we can discover new laws like tomorrow, and
Yeah.
like everything we used to know is just shattered, which is normal in science. We don't know what is happening. Like same with dinosaurs, we weren't there, we don't know what they look like. So now people are thinking, oh, maybe this whole time they were, they weren't scaly, they were covered in feathers, which
Yeah.
makes Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, all this like obsolete.
All of it, and all those
And,
dinosaurs in our books.
Yeah, which and then made some people then make a connection then because I think something about, I believe it was penguins, like the skeletal structure of a penguin.
Oh yeah.
It because it's widely known that certain dinosaurs, quite a few dinosaurs, they after millions of years they eventually evolved to become
Chicken.
chickens. That's what T-Rexes became. So they made them think of like what other birds are around, and there were penguins. So I think now there's this big thing where it's called, I forgot the scientific term for it, but it's basically they estimate what the dinosaur looks like through the bones, but they never estimated like the fat content.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's called shrink wrapping.
Okay.
So it's like if you look at the skull of like a hippo, it's not what you would expect.
oh, it's much smaller. Yeah,
it's much more, and it looks much more like violent in nature, but in reality, like hippos, they have fat on them,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it looks nothing like what the skull looks like, which made a lot of people believe that like the Plesiosaurus, despite the fact that we make it look like it's like basically like a regular dinosaur but with flippers, it might have in reality just looked like a gigantic penguin.
Instead
and I
of
love it.
more of a whale-like thing. Yeah.
Like what a lot of people like think the Loch Ness monster looks like, and people are saying like in Loch Ness it's a Plesiosaur that
Yeah.
somehow survived for like hundreds of millions of years.
Yeah.
It might like people assume they look like that like long neck, gigantic flippers.
Yeah.
No, it might have just been a big penguin, which I am on board with that 100%. I want more Jurassic penguins.
Jurassic Park becomes Jurassic Arctic.
Jurassic.
Geriatric, it becomes like old patients.
Geriatric.
Yeah, then becomes like old people.
Do
Patience.
you think we should do? Do you think people should do more things for dinosaurs? You bet Jurassic can. So anyway,
Do we have fence?
no,
Yeah, we do that.
fuck.
Can you imagine if someone ever walked past and then think like for some reason that if we're ever doing this, like we might be someone. And then
I mean, that's what happened at
"Stop
Coney
it."
Island.
No, oh.
Except they thought that we were live streaming.
Yeah, but one
Which I wish
thing
we
that
were.
I like that they were also like the lady, she was taking a photo of us
Also,
doing
yes.
what we were doing. And I'm just like, yeah, but you could have taken a photo with us, but it made us feel a bit more famous. Like you're
That's
just like
not-
recording and then just like, and then like continue.
That's not the Singaporean way.
I don't
It's not-
even
it's
know
not
if
the
she was.
Facebook way.
I'm not sure if she was local though.
Probably not.
The thing about Singapore is that I'm sorry, not really, but you really cannot tell who's local, who's not anymore.
Oh, you can.
You really can't.
Can.
Can't.
Can. You just gotta look him in the eye.
What's
Stab 'em a
your
little bit.
definition of local? Just Singaporean, or is the definition extended to PRs? Is your definition extended to what? What is your local definition then?
It's not my local.
I mean,
that's
I'm
just
just
the
saying-
definition of
Yeah,
local.
so what's the meaning of local? Singaporean?
Born
PR?
born.
Or like a person who could be PR but born in Singapore and lived here most of their life?
No, for me, local is you don't have to be born and raised, but you need to at least be like raised here. I think. What are we talking about? Why are we talking about the Singaporean identity
No,
here when we have the literal
no.
colonizer right there?
Can you edit him to be like bigger and like walking on top of T-Rex?
We don't have the budget. Wait, what?
I don't know. You do editing stuff. I do like cute like Canva designs on our Insta page, and you're like, this is the video edit. Can you actually do one where like T-Rex breaks from the thing and coming to us?
Maybe one day.
Not yet?
Maybe one day. I mean, I'll have to learn a whole suite of things.
Yeah.
But that sounds
Didn't
cool.
you say last time you wanted to learn animation?
I did.
One shot learn animation, CGI, learn everything. And then just use it for one YouTube channel.
I'll just do the Matrix thing.
What?
I just call a number. It's like, hey, I need to know Kung Fu. And someone like jabs their hand into my chest and they're like, and then I know Kung Fu.
It was awkward, like eye contact, because I was like looking at you and I was like, alright. So actually, why are we here today? Yeah, it's a dinosaur.
Why are we here today?
You wanted to see dinosaur.
That's the question.
You want to see a penguin.
But I think the question should be, why aren't other people here today?
Can't you be happy? Can't you be happy we have a nice empty background? Such a
You see that
whiny...
we just had people like walking in the background.
Yeah, how many of them? Versus if you come on a day where people like have picnics here and stuff.
I mean, we are here on.
Don't reveal the dates.
I mean, we already said
No.
we gave enough hints.
Yeah, but like...
We're here on the.
You can't reveal the date. You better blank it out. You know that.
I'll bleep it out.
You bleep it
Or
out.
will I?
You really won't. Anyway, that's why I never... You know what? But that's why I never even mentioned the part where like... what's the thing called? Like... Since you really want to like say... I didn't say it finished to... I just say you were...
Yeah, that's the thought.
I just...
saying.
Yeah, I never
like, you
said...
already-
I just said... So people have to Google when it ended.
Or
for
maybe,
them to
what if I
find out.
bleep all of it?
No, mine's fine.
That'll be funny though.
No.
Because then this entire part will be like, what's happening?
Nobody knows.
Or I don't even bleep it out, I cut it out.
No,
So like maybe at some point we just like
See?
appear like
No,
this is the smash cut.
You know
now
what?
we're
We
here.
don't have to. We got to be authentic to our channel.
Why?
I think it's good to be.
Says
Like,
who?
Authentic
Says who? The
Hainanese
T-Rex?
chicken rice. Authentic.
Kind of chicken is good.
Yeah, Hainanese chicken rice is my favorite type of chicken rice.
Yeah.
Oh, but I
I-
am steamed. You're roasted.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I'm hot.
Whatever else you're going to say is not going to work. Whatever you thought of saying isn't going to work.
I was gonna say like honestly, I don't know what I was gonna say. I blanked out. I was like, what's the difference between steam and a roasted? It's like what am I wet?
Skin.
You're wet. Steamed.
No, no, like the steam and roasted, the biggest difference is the... I don't know. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's also the method of cooking, but it also has to do with like the skin.
I mean,
I
the
just-
main thing is the method of cooking.
Yeah,
Because
but
they're
like
both
steam
chicken, but
and
one's
then-
steamed, one's roasted.
Yeah, I just like the taste of steam one better. Roasted,
Yeah.
just like...
But you know, apparently like when I made the Instagram story on our Instagram, I did get a larger cut. I did when I took over the Instagram story because I went to the Thompson
Thompson.
Nature Park.
Yeah.
I actually found out that because that village apparently was a lot of, I don't know if I put it in the story, but
Hainanese
one of the
something?
things that I learned during that nature walk thing was that the village is like majority, no, but I think if it's not majority, it's like all Hainanese like people there. And they were like, I guess the way that they prepared their Hainanese chicken rice was like it was like they would clump it in a ball.
Okay.
It's like kind of like it's semi glutinous. I've never had it the way they described it in like the little infographic things.
Yeah.
So what they did was they make like Hainanese, it's like chicken rice, but they made it a little bit more glutinous. Ah shit, we're running out of time.
Oh, it's 15 minutes.
We're running out of time. Oh, it's every 15 minutes.
You don't even know. I thought you said you worked here.
Yeah, inside. I'm not the one ringing the bell. That's
Quasimodo.
yeah. I don't know why, but when people say Quasimodo, in my head I think of a grilled cheese sandwich.
What's your
I
problem?
don't know why.
Why?
I have no idea.
So rude.
I think it's like some weird childhood thing. Maybe I ate grilled cheese the first time I watched Hunchback of Notre Dame or something. But when people say Quasimodo, I know who it is. I know the character. I'm not 100% sure if he's a real person.
I'm still a fan of Esmeralda.
Who isn't? She's what is she? Italian? Oh,
She's just. But another racist portrayal a little bit lah, but nothing new.
Okay, so just to wrap up the Hainanese thing. So what they did was
Ball.
they will make the rice a little bit extra wetter than normal rice, and then like in the middle that's where they put like the roasted chicken, steamed. This one, if I remember, it's like steamed.
The good one.
Then they will like put it in a ball.
So it is
And
like
then-
the sticky rice. The way you cut the rice,
it's
you
like-
have the.
except in the middle it's like meat, and then they will
Yeah.
just give it to the kids, like not in a plate, not in a bowl. Like,
Just
it's like
like that.
literally just a freaking ball of rice.
That
and like,
is
oh.
actually how it still happens now. What do you call it? There are certain
Well, I mean, there's
tribes
only.
in Africa that they still do that.
Oh, I was gonna say like onigiri, but I realized like Japanese. But
Oh,
I guess
oh.
onigiri they do cover it in seaweed
Oh yeah.
and like nori. But I don't know, in Africa, is
They-
it just the rice?
They usually like.
And they're Hainanese.
But not that, because over there also, if you're talking about the tribes that are rich, and then there are tribes that are like of course a little
excuse me.
bit of poverty and stuff, but sometimes a lot of them is because they will actually prep it in when you watch those documentaries, they prep it in like a large whatever thing over some fire and stuff that they started, right?
Yeah.
And then they will hand it over, like get it into a ball, give it to the kids like that. There's no time
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's
It's
that.
the-
So
it's
it's
like-
like, but I cannot remember which tribes,
like,
and there's so many
Here
tribes.
you go, little mailing. Here's a ball of rice. Make sure you don't
Who?
die.
Mailing.
Oh, this is the most Chinese.
You
name
waiting
of
for
the
what posting?
Yeah.
Mailing. Badam.
It's a good joke. I actually don't think anyone's ever made that joke.
I'm pretty sure.
Nothing but the original jokes here on. What's the name of the father?
Raffles here.
Raffala. That guy's
Raffala,
cycling.
you
That
got-
guy's booking ass.
I like because
I've never
if
seen
he's
anyone
in
cycle
formal
that
wear.
fast in like those tiny wheel bikes. Is he gonna be in the shot? I don't think so. He's a coward. A coward and a.
He hurts that, comes back, put jam bricks here. What were we
I
supposed
really
to
want
talk
chicken
about?
rice
Oh
now.
my god, I don't want. Now this episode become another food episode. I'm so
What about
done.
another episode? We didn't do food.
We did
When?
mukbang.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You, because that's the
But
episode
it's-
you choose to forget.
This is the forgotten episode.
I just made you remember. Oh wait, and then we did talk about like breakfast and stuff also before.
Yeah, who doesn't like talking about breakfast? Though?
That was the day I told you I'm more of a brunch person anyways.
I mean, brunch counts. It's breakfast and lunch.
No, but
Most of the time
I
it's just
also
breakfast and
like
lunch.
brunch menu, like items on a menu also. Like
True.
brunch items, because they have eggs benedict that I'm a fan of, that you're not a fan, and also because you realize that you don't like the hollandaise sauce.
No, it's not that I don't like Holland. It's just a lot of times when I eat eggs Benedict, it's like I don't know. It just seems like the like
We got children.
I like hollandaise sauce.
Are they in? Are they in?
What?
Oh, they're out.
We have like the stereotype like children noises.
Yeah, mailing. You could have called that, but then she just wasn't in the frame. Yeah, you were
She can't
saying?
drive. But yeah, I don't know. My problem with eggs Benedict isn't the sauce; it's the actual eggs. It just seems very.
You don't like the runny things.
I like runny. Yeah, it
Yeah,
just,
but
I don't know,
it
it
is
just
like
seems
that.
very. I don't know. Every time I eat eggs Benedict, it just has something about the texture of the egg that I don't like.
I like.
I like runny.
It's
like,
called
eggs.
poached eggs.
Yeah.
Poached.
Yeah.
It's the second episode. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing the similar dress that I wore for Dharma, just that it's in a different color. But rest
Got
that
blood on the other.
after like
It's a murder episode.
oh, like look at a woman and ask you got a blood on the thing. It's like, why are you talking about periods
You
and
got
stuff?
period blood in your
And
dress?
like no, but as in like I didn't even process the murder part. No, as in I realized I did the same thing where I lifted my leg and fold because it's like, oh my god, it's really itch. If the camera was off, I'll probably be scratching my ass right now. I'm trying to be polite and just like smack it.
Fair. Yeah, that doesn't really help.
Why?
Look at it.
Fine. So uncomfortable. This is going to be like a 20-minute episode tops. Granted, we already passed.
When we were at 25 minutes.
See, it's going to be
We
a
have
30
time
minute.
to cancel ourselves.
No, why are we going to cancel Rafaela?
That's why.
I want to put those nail extensions one day. Oh my god, this is one of those episodes we're talking about everything.
Yeah, what the hell is the title of the podcast?
Oh, you every time ask me that, but this one I have nothing to say. You want to call it what? Raffles conquered Hainan?
Oh no.
Raffles eats chicken rice?
You know he didn't.
Exactly. Yeah, you see my point?
He came in, stole our spices.
Raffles riding a T-Rex. Raffles colonized the dinosaurs. Raffles was a
I'm
dinosaur.
just saying like keywords. Like hot woods.
Like, you know when you Google something
Tagwoods.
like no trending hashtags?
Yeah.
And you just dump it in. But yeah.
It's a
I
nice
don't know.
day. It's a bit cloudy.
I legit told you we can talk about something else before you started recording.
I mean we can bring it up now.
No, now it's awkward.
I mean why not? Just segue into it. We're
Hi.
professionals now.
Alright, so we are at Victoria Concert Theatre.
It's Victoria Theatre and Concert Hall.
Think I care?
It's right on the thing. Like
I
that
can't
one's the
see.
Victoria Theatre. That one's Victoria Memorial Hall,
So where's the
which
concert?
is the concert hall.
Then say lah, memorial.
It's a typo.
Who died?
Victoria.
Ah. Who is You know what you should
Queen
talk about?
Victoria.
No. I know what you can talk about.
The one who was on iCarly.
So they're thinking of not Victoria. I'm thinking of another queen.
Stop.
What? She died recently.
It's true.
But anyway,
The Elizabeth Memorial Hall.
Lizzie. No. The Lizard Hall.
The Lizard Memorial Hall.
No, actually I wanted you to tell because I think I've heard this story but I kind of forgot it because it's like this was like you worked here some time back, right? But instead
Years
of talking about what we originally talked about, you
Yes.
have shared with me some cool stuff about this place that only usually people who work there know. The history but like in a twisted
Oh, you want to
version.
just talk about the
I think
the hall
it's
itself.
a good because we're here, why not? It's interesting.
It's true. So
Tell them the story so we have a
I
crowd
guess
like in
yeah,
front of us.
I guess just for a bit of context, about 5 or 6 years ago, I worked in Victoria Theatre. Like I said before, I worked in Victoria Theatre during a showing of like a show, the Wild Rice showing. The Wild Rice, what's the word? Wild Rice, which is a local theatre company, they put on a production of La Cage aux Folles, and it was my first time working here, and so I learned a couple of things. Because number one, this is an old ass building. This was like here during colonial times, because colonists just loved their theater and their concerts.
And they got money.
When they dropped Mozart, they were what's a popular dance now?
Don't say Nene.
Jigging. They were doing the nene.
Nene is
They were
already.
Fortnite emoting.
Now is this thing on TikTok that
I don't know
Whatever
what
that
the
is.
fuck that is.
no, but they stand in like a train. So like people are in front, then you just go. Then the person behind you hit it with the something. I tell you, these TikTok dancers are so stupid and
These
like
young kids nowadays
They-
and their Tic Tacs.
no, I love that there was this TikToker who does it, but like these TikTokers nowadays they be like this. Back in my time, we're like, and he's playing like Soldier Boy and shit, right? So crank that the way we know is this shit,
Oh yeah.
and we
yeah.
go away. But now the TikTok is kind of like they do some weird stuff, and every time there's one video or another, they will end up with them just strangling their necks. That is the new TikTok.
Just tie a noose. And
Just kill themselves, commit to it, you know.
Like, you guys started the bit. Commit to the bit.
Yeah. As
So
you were saying,
speaking of committing to the
colonise.
bit, yeah, the colonies took over our country. They really stuck to the bit. And when they built this, there was this rumor that slaves built this place. Locals, a lot of like Singaporean. I guess back then it wasn't really. I guess it was kind of Singapore.
It's not heaven yet. It was Malaya, right?
It was still called
Heaven yet.
Singapore.
What?
Yeah, it was called the Port of Singapore.
Already have.
Yeah.
What year are you talking
I don't
about?
know, when do we colonize? Like the 1800s?
But
1800s?
Singapore was Singapore.
I mean, it was called Singapore, but when raffles came, that's when it became Singapore.
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 Well, we were.
Where we still are.
Well, we are.
Starts eating grass. No.
You joke about that.
No.
This is lunch right here.
No.
Stop. So, yeah, slaves built it. So, as slaves do, they die.
I don't know why I thought I was going to follow up with they dance. Because every movie, there's always a bunch of them just gathered together in their little hideout dancing.
You're trying to say that their lives aren't so bad. Written
Yeah,
by
yeah,
like,
yeah.
white people.
Yeah. They went
Being
to
a slave is not so bad. Look at us working for our.
free time.
Yeah.
Illegally, they hide and do it.
Pretty much. They
Yeah.
have to, in their little dorms, packed together like sardines. So, so one of the things that like people die, and there's this rumor that every 15 minutes, when the bell chimes, it's because like the ghosts of slaves are the ones actually ringing the bell. So that is why every time before a show in the theater or the concert hall plays, like whatever new production is taking up the space, they have to do like this blessing thing, like offer a not sacrifice.
Yeah, I was like, where are you
offer
going
like
with
a
it?
blessing.
Offer an actor.
They sacrifice the
The-
least paid actor
No,
in the
they
production.
sacrifice a lead and then have their understudy
Hey,
to have a breakout role.
there you go. Like someone has to offer something to like the spirit of the space.
What do they offer then? Usually.
I mean, usually it's like something that's related. I mean, usually it's just related to whatever production you're making. But like, if not, then it's usually just like here's like a, I don't know, like a chicken and rice or something. It's really just like his food or
The way Chinese celebrate
Drink.
Hungry Ghost and they leave like
Kind,
the
yeah.
thing.
it's like it's not really like a set thing. It's just like here's an offering so our like show doesn't like fall apart.
Like, everything goes well, kind.
Yeah. And because the backstage of Victoria Theatre, because it's an old building, like sure it's it's renovated and it's modern now, but it doesn't like the structure of the building is still around there. So there's a lot of like winding tunnels, and like to go from like the left wing to the right wing is like a convoluted route. So a lot of people claim to have seen like figures in there, like walking the catwalks and stuff. Plus, I believe if I remember correctly, Victoria Theatre goes down like to basement 3, so it's quite underground also. So it's like obviously
Did
the
you get
deeper underground.
signal there?
Oh no. Be granted, back then I had a shitty phone, so maybe that was why. But I remember not being able to get signal downstairs
Nice.
because like once I actually had to like get something from the basement. It was like a light or something. I had to check on like certain inventory things. And like when I went down, I couldn't find the rack, so I wanted to call him and told him it's not here, maybe it's somewhere else. Couldn't get a signal. There was one time where I was down there with another person. I think we were doing something for wardrobe. We were getting something for wardrobe, and at least for that production, wardrobe was on on basement 3. And we have passes. I didn't have a pass, but the other person did. So we went down, and like to open the doors, we need passes to like tap, and the doors open. By the time the doors open, we go inside, we check wardrobe, everything's fine. And I think there was only one person in wardrobe that at that moment. Like it was before production like fully kicked in, so everyone was like still moving in. So we checked on the thing. It's like okay. So then we walked back to the door where we came in the stairwell. we tapped the car and it's not working. And we're like, it's weird. And we tapped it a lot of times, it didn't work. So like, maybe we check with the other person, maybe they're fine. We go back to wardrobe. Wardrobe's closed. Like the doors are closed, the lights are not even on. And we were like, what the fuck?
Then where's that person?
We have no idea.
Timing.
See, we didn't offer shit. Now we're gonna die. So like, yeah, we didn't know what the hell was happening. We were like, so we tried opening wardrobe and like it didn't open. So we walked back to the stairwell and like now the thing opens up. And like, this is even weirder. We go up, we go back to our stage manager. Stage manager was like, yeah, we went down the like wardrobe. The person was like there and like we told him like, and we're like, it's like, okay, that's cool. Who do you talk to? And then I was new. Like I was relatively new to the company. I don't know who that was. The other person didn't know. It was like I don't know. It might be a new person. And we described the person. And we're like, I've never seen that person in my life. I don't think I know who you're talking about.
You could have spoken to a spirit.
We talked to a slave.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Slave spirit. But yeah, that was weird. I remember that. And yeah, it was just a weird feeling because I don't really believe in that kind of like stuff. I'm not really a spiritual person. But I will say that throughout my years, I have experienced shit like this. I just cannot explain that other than like ghosts. But that was one of those things that's like, it doesn't freak me out. Honestly, it probably just, like in hindsight and whatnot, it's probably we just describe this person in a very vague way that just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, because
It's like, can you describe this person? He had he had 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth.
But that's the thing about people like you when you don't believe in anything at all, because at the end of the day you do fall back to like scientific explanations.
Yeah.
That's why you don't believe in that paranormal shit. But
Yeah.
I'm not a very
would like to.
superstitious kind of a person, or I don't 100% believe in the supernatural, but I also fall in a category where you know that I still don't mess with things that give you a sense
Yeah.
there's some paranormal stuff.
I mean, some things you just don't
Yeah.
like if you fuck around, you find out. You know, like that,
Yeah, and I'm not
certain
the
things
kind of like I'm such a badass, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go and do it kind.
It's like scientific, yes, that's one thing. But at the same time, it's like, do I know 100% of science? No. Honestly, ghosts could exist, and there's like a scientific reasoning for it.
And then some
We
people
don't
believe
fucking know
like
yet.
it's a different realm or something. Also, like then they cross. I mean, we watch things like, what's that thing called?
Marvel.
Miss Marvel, right? That's the one where she crosses the people of the different her ancestors and whatever not. It is still realms in that sense. Right?
It's America Chavez in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
not that. Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel is
Kamala
Khan.
Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan.
Kamala.
Khan.
Yeah, even that, like
Does she
the
cross dimensions? It's not her.
you never watched the thing in full. You didn't, right? You stopped watching after a
I
bit.
mean, I did. I really got bored.
Yeah. So,
It's
but like,
not-
yeah,
I mean,
but
it
as
wasn't
in,
a show for me.
it was that like the people that she's talking about, the ones that were chasing her and stuff, they are not from the dimension in the first place. They're from a different one that came in because it was cracked or something. What?
Oh,
Yeah.
is that
They use a lot of Arabic references. That's why they call themselves like the
yeah, like her
Nur or what,
aunt
which
or
is
some
like
shit.
So
Yeah.
which those means like for example, Nur in Arabic means Cahaya, which means it's like light and stuff. But when you are doing a show where you're talking about a lot of religious stuff, it's nice for them to like throw in names that actually like when you translate it, it makes sense. Just like in Avatar: Legend of Aang, like when they call the fire gods and all that Agni something, Agni in Tamil actually means
Agni Kai. I think,
Agni,
if I
yeah, but
remember correctly.
Agni in Tamil alone, and it's not like normal Tamil, it's like Sanskrit level of Tamil does mean fire. So like that's all like really cool.
Yeah.
Like you pull in all the
Yeah.
references. So
It's like,
wow.
I mean, science is right, and like the people who take spirituality to like a insane level, like they're a problem in a whole other kind of sense. But I think it's fun.
I think
I think it's
honestly,
it's fun thing.
if be it your religious or spiritual or whatever, as long as whatever you're doing brings you peace and doesn't cause people around you harm, you do
Yeah.
you. If it does like it brings you peace but causes people harm, something is wrong.
true.
It causes people harm, doesn't bring you peace, and something is really wrong. Like that's straight up a cult. It is.
It's a form. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
it's like
part of it.
you do you believe in what you want to or what you don't want to. If it brings you peace, you do you. And if you're not hurting anyone in that process, carry on. No one
Unless
is
like,
like.
you fuck around and you want to find out.
Then those are the kinds just like all the best in your adventures. Let's see what you encounter, I guess. Like I do want to go to spooky places, but at the same time it's like I like the spooky kind of places I want to go. It's like when Scooby-Doo did the live action movie, the type of haunted mansion. I'm fine with those kind. You tell me to go walking into a cemetery at night, dig a grave and do something, try the 4D thing, or like
I mean,
those are the thing
that's a
I
whole other level.
yeah, fine. Even if you take out the
Yeah.
digging the grave part, like sleep beside a tombstone kind, I wouldn't want to do that. Even if the tombstone is like sleep beside a beloved, like someone you knew, they passed away, I wouldn't do that kind.
Honestly, at that point, I think like your brain inherently does things because whether you're spiritual or not, it's very like whether it's spiritual or scientific, you definitely heard of ghosts.
Yeah.
So I think it's a subconscious thing where it's like if you do that kind of stuff where like cemeteries, like you can be as scientific as you can be as scientific and like as smart as you can be like the smartest person on the planet. But there's always that little part of you that goes like, but what if?
That Marvel does it very nice.
but what
if?
But what if? Like what if ghosts are real? Because no one can prove that they're not. A lot of the times they prove like a haunting
I
happened.
didn't get that. Could you try again?
Well, you triggered
Somehow
something.
my Siri activated.
Is the slave?
See, Siri could be a ghost
I
that
am
that's
not.
getting paid.
Oh, I want to be Siri then. I don't think I have the
all you
voice
do-
to be Siri though.
Could be Siri.
In 200 meters, turn left. No. Oi, turn left lah. I think we should really have a localized version of a GPS.
That's terrible. I'm pretty sure people have made that joke before.
No,
Maybe
but
not
as
Singaporean,
as in
but-
a serious thing that it should be. I have seen the versions on TikTok like if GPS was black,
Yeah.
and then
like, that joke has
they
definitely been
went
made.
all out, and it was just shitting on the person like as an incompetent driver and shit. But like no, as in like in Singapore, I think we should have a localized GPS. But as much as I think that would be a very fun idea, like it will warn you before you turn into like Lim Chu Kang or something. However, being Singapore definitely means that it's just going to be Singlish, too much Singlish.
Yeah. Which like Singlish is our identity, yeah,
I
but
don't-
every
yeah.
time like a local like whatever does like wants to integrate Singlish, they always like heavy handed.
Yeah.
Like every sentence ends with a la. Even when like
Yeah.
when you're like in real life you don't always say it.
It comes out once in a while, sure.
Yeah, like it
But
comes
it's
out,
not-
but it's not like
But then again, it makes me wonder: is it really that normal for some people? Though that every little sentence,
no,
it's
can't be. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a stereotype. Like the most like Singlish speaking people I know, they don't go all like they're not ending every sentence with a sia or a la or a ho
or a ho.
or a hey or
Or-
a ma or a,
What?
or
Oh, you made a sound.
or-
I was trying. It was so low, I couldn't like pick it out. Because there's background noise. So I was
It's true.
I was like, what are you trying to do? Then I was like, oh, okay.
I don't know if it can be picked up. It's already been picked up.
It should be
It's
picked up because that's
fine.
when it's authentic. Then they know this is not a green screen. Unless they think you're so good with your edits, you
It's
actually put
my-
in all the sounds.
My
And
my
everything.
audioscapes are so freaking realistic. All this for like a YouTube podcast.
I wonder where we're going to do our next outdoor episode.
A public toilet.
I would love to have done one. No, not there. But like, I would love to do one in front of a very important monument that's no more there. The giant Merlion in Sentosa.
Oh my god.
Don't
yes.
forget, we did witness it, I think in
I think
20...
moved, right? Was it? Is it demolished?
Demolished, dude. Demolished.
I think
I'm
probably
glad
just doesn't want to
we-
accept that fact.
No, I'm glad we still witnessed it, and it was during a very
I went
special
inside his
period.
mouth.
No, not that one. The last time that we went, the where they showed, because it was National Day period, they did that
Oh, the
projection and
projection,
stuff.
yeah.
But that was the last time we saw it. But the mouth thing, I think my mom said she brought me and my sisters when we were really young. Ooh.
Well, there's another bleep happening.
When we were really young. But like
I was gonna.
it's wrapping. It's like, should wrap it up. We should wrap it up. All right, thank you.
Yeah, I guess Victoria is like, yeah, we did not offer. We got a bit of coffee left.
Don't before the
Want coffee?
Just like let go. Say coffee the way you're supposed to say it.
We got coffee. You want some coffee?
Can you do it in Linda's voice? Barbie, some coffee.
Coffee.
What was that?
Sounds like the British. There's that blobby thing. Have you seen what blobby is?
No,
You don't wanna.
I'm gonna Google it right after this.
Shit. The curse of blobby continues.
Okay, now that because this is, I have to ask one last question before you wrap this up.
Yeah.
Since this is
Shoot.
the next episode,
Little boy.
the next, I'm a girl. The next episode, I identify as whatever the fuck I want to. Don't go into that. I'm sorry, I cuss. I'm like so done with that. I'm going to tell you a TikTok after this about the gender part. But anyways, since now this is episode 16 and episode 15, you said you're going to get into watching Dharma.
Oh.
Confess to them how you didn't bother watching the show.
Okay, here's where you're wrong.
You did?
I watched one episode
Pathetic.
and I was like,
You didn't like it. It gets better though.
no, it just didn't hook me. I would admit, as of right now, it is pretty interesting that they start out the show with him already being arrested. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's.
Then why
I think
didn't
that's
you watch episode 2?
Because honestly, I don't care. It's like. It's like.
Just eat. Do it for the
Do I
beat.
look? To be fair, I will admit I didn't know like the TikTok thing, the audio that's like, I want to take some pictures. I had no idea that was a Dharma thing.
Yeah, that's a trend now also.
I just think it's weird that it's from Dharma. But here we are.
You but watch the show. Oh my god.
I'll think about it.
I mean, you know what? Give him credit. He at least watched an episode.
I gave it a chance.
Yeah. Too busy watching Bee and Puppy Cat.
That's a show that's
See what I
freaking
mean?
worth watching.
Yeah. No, the TikTok video I wanted to tell you about, the last bit about like the gender part, was when this guy interviewed a woman and asked her, hi, like, what's your name and blah blah, how do you identify as? And she's like, I'm a girl. Then he asked the question that how many genders do you think is there and everything, She just said this and I really like it. Biologically, there's 2 genders, male and female. But you know what? You want to identify as anything you want, you go ahead. You tell me you're a motorcycle, I'm going to call you motorcycle, vroom vroom. And the video just cuts there. And I love it so much because it's so true. Because nowadays there's so many things like, you want do you. But biologically speaking, there's 2. Like if you talk about how cells and everything form and how the chromosomes for guys and girls work, yeah, but anything more. But the way she said it, she ended it off like, but if you want to identify yourself as a motorcycle, I'll call you a motorcycle. Vroom, vroom. But,
I wish I could be a motorcycle.
so what, you want to be no, you're more of a neighborhood bicycle.
I got slut shamed on the internet by my own co-host.
Hey, I thought I'm the host.
You wish you were. If you're the host, then sign out. You can sign off now. Thank you for
wait,
watching.
No, can we do that one? Period. Period.
Do it again.
You're gonna end the episode somehow, right?
Do it again.
Why? Period. Period. You're gonna do something. I feel like you're gonna do it. How about I do period? You do period. Okay, we try. Period.
Thank you for watching the
You see what I
Father
mean?
for the
You
Point
never
podcast.
do it together. Don't make me look stupid alone. Do it for the beat. Period.
I'm your
No,
host.
don't
I've
do-
been your co-host Faris, and this has been my co-host Period R.
Period.
If you made it this far,
You're
thank you for
crazy.
watching and listening. I apologize in advance.
I ain't apologizing. Catch you all in the next episode. Thank you.
Catch you next time. if you like what you saw and or heard, give us 5 stars, give us a thumbs up. Helps the channel a lot.
Sponsor us if you want to.
So I have a reason to stop giving her the microphone.
Oh, you want to get a new co-host?
I want to buy a new co-host.
Someone in there is on my side. Hey, finish the bell ringing. That felt so abrupt.
Even Lizzie just like, yeah, no, not you.
Yeah, not me.
Not you.
She just strangled the guy that's ringing the stuff.
Fucking not now.
Okay. Thank you.